Oh, FFS, I give up, says Animich. As he does with everything he's fucking involved in.
Am I the same volume as Moogle?
I hope so.
The Tomb Raider concept art was sick. It had like weird monsters and stuff. But then it just turned into Uncharted. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, I can.
Guys, can you hear me? Moogle, please.
Oh, I'm in the wrong place.
I am way more than you in the game. Oh, for fuck's sake, I give up.
Thanks, Mitch.
That's
Am I the
Mitch.
same volume as
missed.
right now?
Hit me, you piece of fuck. Oh, I don't need to be fucking... Oh no, I do have to reflect. Come here.
You know, this boss was nearly impossible for me as a kid because I refused to use the lock-on.
Really?
Yeah, why?
It's still the same. How?
We need
thought
to
it was
fix
a waste.
this right now. I don't know how.
See, I'm hoping I can
You
bother...
do it. It's your
I can
responsibility.
bug...
Okay, try now. I don't know. I've fucking changed the volume balance again.
I'm talking. I'm not the same
Mitch says
volume
it's still
as
the same.
Moogle.
In before I've just
No,
reversed...
he said that for.
In before I've reversed it. And it's now you guys are way louder than me in the game.
Is anyone else other than Mitch complaining
Why
about
is
it, though?
Moggs here? Because he's the one playing the game.
Because I'm playing the video game.
I'm hoping I can just bother Catsman into unmuting me because he'll keep hearing you guys talking to me.
No, because he said that if we relay your messages that he's gonna
Well,
mute up
no,
as well.
if you relay my messages to
No, we can't relay our message. You can't relay your message to him. If we do that, he's gonna fucking mute us as well.
No, but
Doyle played this game and it took him like 5 minutes to look up in this room. I'm not even joking.
if you're responding to me, though,
Why is Mars
Okay, we got that.
And then Abbott says short times acceptable.
Your post panel makes me want pizza.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too.
I've got all the ingredients of pizza with
Sure,
me,
fine, it's acceptable apparently now.
but like I've been making pizza, but I've been making pizza
I'm
recently,
awful tempted to
but
get pizza tonight, but I had Mexican yesterday. I've not got much food in the house at the moment.
Making
so-
pizza is kind of difficult because if you're trying to make pan pizza,
Oh,
what I
God.
did last time was I greased the pan, but I was very liberal with my grease because I didn't want it to get stuck in the pan.
That doesn't help.
And honest to God, it was just disgusting.
My mum used to have a pizza stone. She used to actually home make pizzas. Fucking
now
amazing.
that must be nice.
It was
Homemade pizzas.
glorious.
I like.
So again, I think there's a little too much red in the fucking the capture of this.
You got any tips for me, JFS the Third, in terms of like recipes or techniques?
The wicked man of the desert hath cast a curse upon me.
During
Also,
loud
he's
sections of
black.
the game, the boss fights overwhelms everything. What, the tree's black? Trees can't be black, I don't think.
I can turn down the game volume.
I used to be really into pepperoni pizza, but now I got bored of it.
I don't get it. How do you
I
get bored of
agree.
pepperoni
I
pizza?
agree.
I love
extent.
pepperoni pizza.
But I just add other things to the pepperoni pizza, so like pepperoni and sauce.
Also, I'm putting this into 3D mode because I love this
black
section of the game.
olives.
You're putting it
Pepperoni
into
and
3D
pepperoni.
mode.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 3D, it's flying at me. Oh my god.
It is for me. It's not for you because you only get one of the 3D views. And I get both.
It doesn't even look different.
I'm a big.
It won't
fan
look
of
different to
it.
you.
Go.
This is what happens when I do it. So you can see can you see it shifting left and right?
Right, is that when you're turning the 3D?
That's when I turn 3D on and off. Because obviously you
Okay.
only get one of the two 3D views. I could
Yeah.
display both for you, but I won't.
That's probably a bad idea. What are the best pizza toppings?
Pepperoni easily.
Pepperoni's
Pepperoni
my
is easily.
favourite.
Double cheese, double pepperoni is a very good idea.
Yes, that's a great idea. I like sausage. I like sliced sausage more than like ground sausage.
Yes, I agree.
I like the pizzas that have a little bit of like minced meat on them sometimes.
I like sliced sausage with pepperoni, ham, and then green and red peppers. So all of those things.
I'll take the ham off. But if I do like Hawaiian pizza, so.
I didn't
just ham and
think pineapple would work. It does kind of work, but I don't think it
Yeah.
should. It's one of those combinations that ought not
It's
to.
weird. It's
Yeah.
sweet and savory kind of combining together.
So this is the game where Nintendo actually really started to go full ham with storylines.
Oh, shit! Parmesan cheese, lots of
Parmesan cheese is great on cheese.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it because Aonuma
I don't
likes
think they-
lots of story?
Well, yeah, they did kind of start going crazy on this, but people didn't mind it in Ocarina of Time.
I agree.
It's only when it gets to like a game that they don't like for other reasons that they're like,
Yeah.
also it's got too much story. Blah,
I get the feeling sometimes it's more that people tolerate it than people actually like it for its story. I actually quite like it for its story. I think it's serviceable.
I mean, Ocarina
I
of
quite
Time
like
story
it.
is the most generic coming-of-age story you can possibly get.
I agree.
I think that they tried to make it much more interesting in Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask
is
is
actually worth playing for some of the story elements.
Yeah,
in
I
my
agree.
opinion.
The writing is very, very good in Majora's Mask.
And
think
I
it is.
didn't like Wind Waker's story that much, but I thought its sense of humor and characters was good, and I
Yes.
liked that it was trying to break the standard Zelda story mold.
Although I
Then
think
you get
it
Twilight
breaks the
Princess.
standard Zelda mold more in terms of gameplay because they missed out so many dungeons. So it's not really by design that they.
So it doesn't have like hook shot dungeons.
No,
Well,
it
does.
doesn't.
It has a hook shot in it, but it's really
Yeah.
not used that much.
It feels like they skipped so much that there was a lot of stuff that they would have put in, which is standard Zelda fare.
But on the other side, you know, I don't think that they really replaced it with dungeons that were particularly compelling.
I agree.
Supreme? What is minced beef?
Minced
beef is
like
glorious.
beef on a pizza, like little bits of beef on a pizza.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like ground
mincemeat,
beef. Oh.
mincemeat, yeah, ground beef. This
Not
is-
mincemeat as in the stuff you put on mince pies.
Yeah.
One of the things I will say about this remake, though, is that I really like the kind of really hard polygonal gemstones and stuff that they had in the original. The way that they kind of reflected light and how they were
Oh yeah.
really straight edged. They've ruined it in
Fucking
this with curves.
straight edge fucking gems.
Yep.
You know, Moogle, that's probably a thing that
I'm
way
not a
that
fan of
only you
mushrooms.
feel.
Yeah,
Right, Moogle?
no, right.
I doubt very
Especially
many
not on
other
a
people
pizza.
feel that way.
I'm sure that I'm the only person in the universe that doesn't like that.
I just don't
they
like
had a
mushroom
charm.
slime on my pizza. I'm sorry.
You don't like what mushroom?
I actually really like the graphical effects in
That's
the
fine.
original
I don't
version
like
of this
mushrooms either
game.
in pizza. It tastes-
Yeah, he didn't do that thing with his textures in this one. Huh, that's odd.
How do you mean with his textures?
Mushrooms
You
on
mean
pizza is an insult.
he
to
does?
the
He
taste.
dries up. It's just a little bit less obvious.
Oh, okay.
It's
If you
funny
go
that
to
my
now-
mom loves mushrooms on pizza, so she
Mushroom
always
on
tries to get
pizza's
it, and
okay.
I just hate it. No, it's
How do
not.
you feel
It's not
about
okay. It's definitely
chicken,
not okay.
tomato,
Tastes
and
like
pesto?
mushrooms.
He's
Very-
grey now, rather than
Wait,
brown.
tomato and pesto? That's good.
Yeah.
You fucking respawn already, you piece of shit.
Don't they respawn when
Yeah,
you
I
leave
think
the
it's
area?
better when Link isn't like, "Oh, Link, you're the chosen hero. Go and find the 3 widdly-dees."
There's this restaurant.
Go away, Mido. No one likes you.
There's this restaurant near where I live called Pub Dogs, and I go there, and they get like really good pizzas. One of them's called
Go
the
away,
Froggy
Mido.
Dog,
Nobody likes
which is
you.
like grilled chicken breast, Dijon mustard, a little bit of blue cheese, as well as I think it was like
Dijon
cinnamon
mustard is
cheese
great.
as well.
I love
You
Dijon.
see,
Yeah.
I think stuff like that is getting to the point where, okay, is it a pizza or is it a flatbread now?
Yeah, it was still good.
Yeah,
But
it
they
still
haven't-
sounds delicious, but I would.
Yeah.
It's definitely verging into flatbread territory.
Another one was it was barbecue chicken and cheese, and it was pretty good.
I can't do.
I'm gonna
barbecue
leave the
pizzas
forest. I'm
'cause
gonna
they-
leave the forest, you piece of
They
shit.
always do a lot of like barbecue sauce, and it always feels kind of overpowering how much barbecue there is in
Where
there.
does she come
Yeah,
from?
well,
That's
they
what I
do
want
the
to know.
She just
pretty good
appears.
They do the pizzas pretty good because they don't put too much barbecue sauce. It's like a very thin layer on there.
Yeah,
So
if
you
you
can
just
taste it.
yeah,
A little
but
bit
it's
of
not-
barbecue sauce on the pizza is great.
Yeah.
This place
Moogle.
near me in Rugby called Pizza Suspicious used to do
What?
What?
used to do these pizzas with just like it had barbecue sauce underneath, like on the very bottom layer above the crust. They just like slathered like shitloads of it on, like a whole bottle per pizza. My friend used to order them. They're the most disgusting pizzas you've ever eaten.
Moogle,
Oh
would
my
you
God.
say that
I
Ocarina
I'm
also-
of
feeling ill
Time
thinking about them
uses
right now.
some tricks to make a very small world feel much larger than it is?
Yeah, very often.
I don't think you guys have the same kind of like barbecue sauce that we do in the States.
One thing I will
Yeah,
say
actually,
about
ours is probably sweeter because everything else is in this bloody country. With barbecue sauce, that's not a positive.
like Cadbury's chocolate is sweeter. Like in Hershey chocolate is a bit more bitter.
It's got a
Has a
vomit
sort of sour
aftertaste,
taste.
Hershey's chocolate. I really don't like it.
I've had Hershey's chocolate before. I don't like it, but I do like the peanut butter flavored confections,
agree.
as you may know.
Well, like
Baron.
you eat Reese's peanut butter cups, Moogle, and guess who makes them?
I know,
Oh my
right?
god! I want to complain about American
But with
chocolate.
them, I don't think the
and
chocolate is
Catsman
the
would
main
probably
aspect.
approve,
So
but
actually,
he can't
the
hear it
kind
because
of,
I'm
the
muted.
kind of slightly less sweet chocolate maybe complements the
You
peanut
can't
butter
hear
better.
fish heads
Well,
agreeing with you, by the way,
like,
Cats.
Yeah, I like, Hershey's chocolate.
Oh god, it's this
just-
dude.
I don't know.
Fuck this dude.
This is the aftertaste, I guess, I get used to. And also, like, add almonds into it, like the Hershey's chocolate bar almonds tastes really good. I think that it mitigates the bitter aftertaste.
You ever have Cadbury's fruit and nut?
Yes,
That's
I've had it several
a
times.
good chocolate
I
bar.
like
It's a
whole
good
nut, to be
solid
honest.
chocolate bar. Like, I don't
Pretty sure
hate
this is
Cadbury,
quicker.
but
I wonder if this is
because,
actually
like,
quicker in this version of the
I
game.
grew up on Hershey's chocolate, pretty much. as
I'm
well as-
annoyed by
keep,
Cadbury because
they
they
kept
lie
all the
about
glitches,
making
so
cream eggs
probably.
smaller.
Or they kept
Yeah,
a lot of the glitches.
They are making them smaller every year, and every year they know, no, you just gotten older, they're not small, and they totally fucking are smaller. Fuck
Are we sure that
Cadbury's.
that is actually
Yeah,
the case?
the Hershey's
Yeah,
chocolate
it
bar
is.
hasn't
Also, I
really
can
changed
I can
much
fucking
in the
look
last
at
couple years.
fucking different places by fucking moving it. That's amazing. Fucking motion
Also,
controls.
I say Cadbury cream eggs, though, I have to admit, are probably one of the greatest candies ever made.
I'm not gonna make that, am
My
I?
mother used to work in a factory that made Cadbury cream eggs, so she can't eat them anymore.
Oh, yeah, I can understand that.
I'm not gonna make
Like,
it. No.
There's also one of those chocolates, it's like wrapped up in an orange wrapper, and it's like shaped like an orange, and you
No.
and it splits open.
No.
Terry's chocolate orange.
Terry's chocolate.
Orange
Forgetting about
chocolate
that.
is a great invention.
It is. It really is good.
I can't even fucking go get the Samsung
You know,
yet.
what,
damn.
Dodds bought 12 Terry's chocolate oranges once when they were heavily discounted in.
They're like a quid
his local-
sometimes.
Yeah,
and
they're
they're
like a
great.
quid in his local supermarket. He just bought like a job lot of Terry's chocolate oranges. Posted a picture on Facebook of him with just a shitload, like in a tower of
Swag.
Terry's chocolate oranges. I was like, why do you have so many goddamn Terry's chocolate oranges?
Jesus.
Should we let
But that's the
Demons
kind of
in,
thing he does.
since he didn't get to go to the podcast?
Isn't there a giant one gonna spawn of these if I keep going?
We were having a conversation about pizza, and a guy called the Friendly Pizza Guy came in, and then he left without saying anything. We stopped talking about pizza.
So, like Animage says, there's a pizza called the Super Supreme, makes me angry. So how about pineapple on pizza? If you have it, you're a monster and don't deserve pizza. I like pineapple on pizza.
I
guess.
don't dislike it, but I can see why people don't get
Some
it.
people react very
yeah.
badly to it.
Like, I don't like anchovies that much on pizza.
I've not had anchovy pizza. I don't think
Well,
you get. But you do get them here, but nobody
I was
really
gonna
eats
say,
them.
yeah. Well, it's like anchovies themselves, like it's just very salty and fishy, and it kind of overpowers the pizza a little bit, I think. It's
So I
like,
think
you know,
this was the
barbecue
first
sauce,
time in a
guess.
video game that I actually saw like a day-night cycle.
Wait, how does it
Probably was.
overpower the pizza? The point of the condiments is that they overpower the pizza.
Well, I mean, lots of old ass games had a day-night cycle,
by
but they.
overpower, I mean it tastes like I'm eating anchovies with bread on it.
You see, I don't like flavors of toppings that overpower the original thing. Pisses me off. Like sweet corn
Original
on a
thing?
pizza, to me, would overpower the
Sweet
taste
corn
of the pizza.
that's
Oh, hello.
Sweet corn is incredibly overpowering, but you see it on quite a few pizzas.
I don't
I
have
don't mind
that over
sweet
here.
corn.
No, I don't. I pretty much don't like eating sweet corn with anything because it always it tastes so potent that it just overpowers whatever you're eating
we
it
also
with.
have deep dish pizzas here.
We have deep dish pizzas. Everyone has
yeah.
deep dish pizzas.
I
was
like
gonna
thin
say,
crust myself.
Because
Thin
I
crust
told,
is
I
the best.
told, think crust is cool.
I like
I
both.
like deep dish a lot, but I told Freaky about it,
Mm.
and he doesn't have them over in Belgium.
Wow.
Really, he doesn't. Deep
Well,
dish.
Belgium is a
He
third
says he
world
really wants
country,
to
as
try
we
them
know.
out. Yes. And it was like, I said, yeah, it's a pizza casserole.
Alright, first mandatory stealth section of the game.
Literally,
Here we
it's
come.
hot,
Hello,
you
Melon.
never eat it with your hands.
Are there other? Oh, there's the one in the Gerudo Fortress. None of them are that terrible.
Are you in a town? or
Don't
something?
I have to go in here at night to get the...
The Skulltula
remember.
that's there.
No, the egg that hatches into a chicken, which I need to
Oh,
make a
yeah,
fucking talon.
Oh god, I hate that shit. No, you need to come like around when
Evening?
the sun's going. Yeah, the evening, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, fuck! That's number one. So, time passes normally out here, doesn't it?
That has a really well animated owl. Holy shit! I was
It
surprised.
is. Hello.
Yes.
The animation
Ow.
in this game are pretty good.
Ow. They
Yeah,
do lots of
I saw
damage,
that.
by the way. They do lots of damage, Skulltulas. They do a whole fucking heart.
You couldn't tell in the original because the frame rate was so low.
Yes.
Get the little bug
I haven't
so
got a
that you
bottle, I
can
can't.
so that you can do the goddamn glitch where you walk to the final battle.
No. I don't think it works in this anyway.
They kept all the glitches, Moogle. I told you.
Why does
Or
Nintendo
a
hate
lot of them.
speedrunners?
Did they? I don't think they did they?
I'm sorry, what was that, Catsman?
God damn it,
I was
Catsman,
just being
please
freaky.
unmute.
We would put corn on a pizza. The British? I guess?
Boing boing!
I've never seen corn on a pizza.
Yeah. As like I went to get like an oven pizza
Doesn't do
from
anything.
Sainsbury's or Asda or whatever, and the only one they had was some really shit pizza with like peppers and corn on it. Fuck that, honestly.
But they're at a pepperoni pizza at your grocery store?
No, like the supermarket.
Yeah, at your grocery store.
I just need to get to evening time.
Supermarket, grocery store, you know what I
Supermarket.
mean. Yeah, okay.
Were the rupees in the original just 2D, or did they actually use models for them?
Pretty sure they were 3D, weren't they?
I don't know. A lot
What
of
was
the
3D?
a lot of the
The
pickups
rupees.
were.
Oh, Fish is talking. Sorry. You can't fucking hear him. Were rupees 2D or 3D in the original?
No, they were. It's like a six-sided shape, isn't it? I didn't think it was that complicated to
It's
render.
not that complicated, no.
I thought that after Super Mario 64 they'd stopped doing this bullshit where everything was like a 2D sprite. They were
No,
just like,
because
"You know
Mario
what?"
Kart 64 did exactly the same fucking
Oh
thing.
right, yeah, Mario Kart 64 was really egregious with the sprites.
Also,
I
they
didn't like
probably-
redid
that.
all the...
Probably
It
so
made
could
it
run at
for
a
me. It
decent
made it
frame rate.
hard to like place things in 3D space in that game. I didn't like
Yes.
it.
Ba-da-da-da. That's what I needed to progress with this fucking video game. Here we go. Now I've got to do mandatory stealth section.
It's not even that bad of a mandatory stealth section, though.
No, it's one of two though.
I mean, on
You go down
principle,
here.
of course.
I'm
you
trying
know,
to remember,
on
you go
principle,
down
of
here,
course,
because I've not done this in a
it's bad,
while. You go down here. And then you don't...
You've got to go up there.
Go and
oh,
get
they,
the
wow.
go and get the light arrows. The
They make
lifting gauntlets. Go get the lifting gauntlets.
They
you go
make
here.
it
Go
way
and-
more obvious
go
you're
and get the
supposed to
lifting
climb up there
gauntlets.
in this one.
Yes, they do. Okay, so you go over there.
I'm not sure about. Oh, right. You climb
Yeah,
up
there's a
there.
set of vines, and the vines are highlighted better than they were in the original.
Nintendo pandering to casuals.
This is the casual game, because there's actually a thing that gives you solutions.
Oh yeah, there's. You don't have to use it though. I
No.
don't know why people
Master,
get
your
so
3DS
angry about
is
those.
running low on batteries.
Is it? It's not. It's fine.
Master, your 3DS is running low on batteries.
Master, it's fine. Really, it's fine.
Master, this is a boss key. It can be used to open a boss door.
Go away, our ranch is so fun. Come look around, guys.
Oh my god,
Sorry.
Cats has me. Cats has me muted, so we can't even circle jerk about how much Skyward Sword sucks.
Can you please fucking unmute Fish? Because he wants to circle jerk with you about how bad Skyward Sword is, but you won't fucking do it. Please,
No.
Catsman.
I will not have Fish greasing his way into this stream.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
I'm not gonna go away.
It's the miracle of life!
Because then he'll have won. And I won't let Cats win.
I think I want to order a pizza.
What in
What kind of
tarnation?
Domino's
No, you can't,
pizza.
you piece of fuck. Hello.
Domino's pizza.
Hello, Mario. How are you?
Expensive.
He looks
They are a
less
bit
like Mario than he
pricier,
used to, but
yeah.
he's still quite obvious,
hang
isn't
on,
it?
I'll be right back.
Is he supposed to?
Okay, once you've ordered, right?
Bye now.
Go on.
Yeah, hey to you too. What do you have to say? How are we gonna find the princess? in
Master,
such a big
3DS is
castle?
low on batteries.
I think she does say that.
Master,
in
this
as
is
well.
a boss key. It goes in a boss key door. I know you've done it 5 times already, but here's the
My only
information
real
again.
bugbear with the opening cutscenes in this game is that they're all the time for fucking maps and compasses and for small keys as well. I don't need to be
You mean the
reminded when I
item
pick up a small key.
cutscenes in this game?
Yeah, the item cutscenes and the treasure chest cutscenes. I don't need that. I ain't got time for that.
I think they're kind of endearing, to be honest. I like it's got character, the animation. I don't really mind it. But then, yeah, I don't really feel like it's stalling for time in the same way that other aspects of Zelda games have. That's what pissed me off. It's when it's obvious that the game is trying to stall for time, trying to extend its life.
I can put jalapenos on my pizza.
You should.
You know what's good, Baron, is what the hell? Oh, banana peppers. That's it.
Yeah,
Yes, like goose step. Goose step. What are you doing? Running.
Banana peppers are a pretty good choice, Fish. What do you think, Cats?
I like peppers, I'm not gonna lie.
I know. I'm gonna go over the top. I don't want the fucking rupees.
I don't really mind this stealth section as much as other stealth sections, just because it's insultingly easy.
So, what should I get? Like, should I get?
Although this
Brooklyn style
perspective is a
pizza?
little bit fucked here.
Well, yeah,
so
it's
you
got
can see
early
them.
3D game syndrome.
I'll see. I got crunchy thin crust, Brooklyn style, the handmade pan.
Sorry, I
which is
lost
garbage,
my
hand
grip on the
tossed,
circle pad then, because the circle pad's not very good.
and
Yeah, it
the
is.
gluten-free crust.
It's okay, but the dead zone is fucking quite large. Can I run when this guy runs? Come on.
I think I'll get a hand tossed pizza.
Is there honestly
Okay,
anything
what
worth
pizza
getting a
are you
new
ordering?
3DS for at this point,
I'm
Moogle?
sorry, what?
Sorry?
Which pizza
Is there
are you
anything-
ordering?
Is there anything
Uh,
worth getting a new 3DS for?
No.
I'm sorry.
Unless
could
you
say
really,
that
really
again?
want one.
No.
I mean, I'm playing Monster Hunter 4 on it, so
I'm
that's,
getting a
that's good for
hand
me.
tossed pizza.
Yeah, but is Monster Hunter 4 exclusive to it?
No, it's not. So I'm getting one because of the C-stick and other little bits, and it will be slightly quicker loading and other bits. But
Yeah, but why would you
if you
get
don't,
it
if
when
you don't give a
there's
fuck
games
about
for
that,
it left?
then
Yeah, and the Domino's
then you don't
Pizza
care.
Builder. You get your sizes and crusts. I think I'm gonna get a medium.
Okay,
I'll get a large.
create your own pizza. Here we go.
Yeah.
The only thing that's exclusive to the new 3DS
Size
is
large?
the Xenoblade Chronicles
I think I'll get
port,
large.
which is A on the Wii already.
I've only
and
got crust
B,
and sauce options.
it's-
Okay, so we got
single-player
through the
MMO.
mandatory stealth section. Hooray!
Well, you have to choose it, and then you go cheese and sauce is the next one. And obviously, I'm gonna put double cheese on it. Yeah, double cheese.
Oh
Definitely.
boy, let's have a look.
And then it goes next to the toppings.
So did they keep the things in here? I
Right.
can't even remember.
And so you're having jalapeno peppers and what else?
No, I'm not gonna put jalapenos on there.
Put
I was thinking
jalapeno.
about it.
What are you gonna put on it?
Oh, let's see. We have to choose the choices of
I
salami.
don't think they kept. Did they not keep the posters in here?
Well, yeah, the
Salami on a
pictures of
pizza.
Mario.
Salami makes
Oh no,
sense
so
on a
you've got this
pizza.
now here. Okay,
Yeah, it
you've got
does.
these now.
Ah,
So you've got like a little diorama up there.
Should have,
And
you should
I've-
put Rosalina
That's
up
cool.
there.
What was it? I have Philly steak.
So we got this now.
Do you guys have Philly
Oh
steak?
no,
in your
it's
pizza builder.
it's Zelda.
Nope.
It's Zoldo.
There is sweet corn in my pizza builder though.
It's Zoldo.
Oh, let's see. We have cheddar cheese. Feta,
How did I get
shredded
past the
Parmesan,
guards? Because they're all incompetent.
Zygo, shredded provolone, banana peppers.
Is there any
black
game
olives,
in
green
which
peppers,
the
jalapeno peppers?
Hyrulean soldiers are actually competent? Because I can't think.
I
of
don't think there's any
Pineapples,
piece of
onions.
fiction in which like the generic guard
Nameless rank
characters
and
are
file
competent.
soldiers are
Yeah.
competent. It's a shame because some more of them should be.
Well, no, because if they were, then the protagonist wouldn't have anything to do.
Shame.
So,
I love nameless rank and file soldiers. It's one of the reasons why I like Hyrule Warriors, because you can keep dressing Link up in the nameless rank and file uniform he starts in, and that always entertains me.
Stuffed crust. That's a Pizza Hut.
I might have that stone you're looking for,
no, Domino's does stuffed crust.
Not
just
here.
as I thought.
Really, it does it here.
They
shit.
have stuffed bread. Like you can get like a loaf of bread and it has cheese stuffed
That's
into
weird.
it.
Do you get a tandoori chicken option?
No,
No.
probably not.
Ah, yeah.
So,
we get
I'll
a
tell you,
tandoori
you
chicken
get-
option. Oh
You
yeah.
get pepperoni, Italian sausage, sliced Italian sausage, beef, Philly steak, ham, bacon, salami, and premium chicken.
Can I just reiterate
man.
how much I love the soundtrack to Zelda in
That's
general?
the meats, and then the non-meats, as they call them.
soundtrack that we can't hear, Moogle.
The soundtrack
We
that
have
you
choose
can't hear. Why
meats,
can't you
choose
hear it?
non-meats.
I probably just have sound switched off in
Yeah.
Google.
You
What I
might
was
want to
saying
turn that
was
up
that
then, because that's
you got
fucking
Cheddar, feta,
the whole point of doing Google
shredded
is to fucking have
Parmesan,
sound with
shredded
it.
provolone, banana peppers, black olives, green peppers, jalapeno peppers, mushrooms, pineapple,
Shut up,
onions,
Tim
roasted
Snake.
red peppers, spinach, diced tomatoes, and hot sauce. We put hot sauce on ours.
I thought the point of
interesting.
that was so that we could see the
So,
game
Colin,
as it's
which
happening.
pizza are you building?
Contemporaneously,
So I'm
yes,
building
but with
an
sound as
identical
well.
one, and then I'm
Later.
going to tell you how much it costs.
Okay, I want to put pepperoni on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Put
really
double
expensive.
pepperoni.
Domino's is really fucking expensive, and
Double
Baron knows this.
pepperoni.
Yeah, so I got double cheese, double pepperoni.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put black olives on it.
Easiest way of doing that, but the least expensive way, is to get like I think it's like pepperoni passion or something stupid.
Whatever, I don't need to
Okay.
hear the game.
Okay, that's a secret. Pepperoni
so-
passion
Can you guys hear the game on Googout? You can, can't
Yes.
you? Okay, good. Just fish being done.
It's just I don't care that much anyway. I wonder why though. It's weird.
Let's see. So that's what I'm getting for my pizza. How much does it cost in UK?
Oh, that's only $9.99 if I collect, actually.
Yeah, if you collect,
Although
it's
if I
$9.99.
have it delivered, it's £17.
Wow. Here it's $23.23. Ugh.
£17
$23.23
would be
is a lot.
about $28,
Shit,
something
man,
like
I
that.
only-
26,
I
20.
only
Yeah.
thought Domino's was expensive here, but that's fucking
Yeah,
expensive
Domino's is
everywhere.
expensive everywhere.
Shit, man.
Well, let's see what they have specialty pizza. Because I think they have one that's... Oh, shit. They have the carbonaras. Oh.
Alright, never mind, Moogle. What's happening?
Carbonara
is
on a pizza? That's crazy.
the mixing on my computer is weird. I only have Mumble set up to work through my headphones. It's trying to play
Oh,
everything
okay.
else through my TV, which I muted for the podcast so that
Okay.
I wouldn't have, people
Well,
talking,
you
leaking
can
through
you
and
can set
bugging everyone.
you can set Googout's device to be whatever you want it to be in the settings for Googout. So just output it
won't-
over your headphones.
It won't let me. It says both speakers and it's grayed out, so I can't change it.
Well, sucks to be you, lol. Works on
So,
my
We
machine.
have another pizza that's called the Old
I do
Lane
understand well, thank you.
Pepperoni Feast. I got it more or less with the exact same options, but it adds in 3 more toppings.
I will look through the window
3
at this man.
cheeses, and that costs $1 less.
Who is this
There's,
man? Who is this person? Oh look, it's him.
So yeah, Domino's is pretty expensive where I'm at. There's also a pizza chain we have called Papa John's.
Yeah, there's
Look at
Papa
me, he's
John's
gonna.
near
He
me,
looked
but
at
I've-
me.
I've never ordered from it.
Yeah, they're pretty decent. My mom hates them for political reasons. And then we also have Pizza Boli's, which is a local
Pizza
restaurant.
police.
Fucking worried Zoldo right
Pizza
here. She's got a
Boli's.
worried face
Pizza police? Shit.
on. The pizza police are coming to get you.
Do they enforce pizza-related rules
I'm
and
about to
regulations?
sneeze.
They sure do.
That is a good-looking pizza.
Lane, what is this? What is this?
Look at that face. Look at that fucking face.
Make your
God,
masterpiece.
fucking damn it.
DiGiorno's pretty decent.
Man, I forgot how long this cutscene was.
So should I get a Coca-Cola?
Da-na-na-na. It's got gold filigree on this. That's quite cute.
Just
Are there many...
drink water.
Are there many long
I could
cutscenes
drink
in this?
water.
I don't think there are.
Yes, there are many long cutscenes in this game. This was the first, at least the first game that I played, which I would call properly cinematic in
So
nature.
in America, we also have entrees besides our pizza. We got pasta, oven-baked sandwiches, chicken, and sides.
But it's only the
Pasta.
cutscenes that are
Yeah, pasta.
cinematic.
Why are they-
Moogle,
why are
not
they
Yeah,
breaking
that's
the
true. The
pasta?
gameplay isn't really, is it? I guess.
They
Although I
used to
must
offer
confess,
them
I'm not
Red
a
Bulls.
I'm not a huge fan of you use item from dungeon to stun monster, and while it's stunned, just fucking hit it. I'm not a huge fan of
It's
that.
it's like very basic pasta, like chicken carbonara, pasta primavera, and chicken alfredo. And
So what happened to that talking about the video game, Baron? How did that go?
Okay, bring it back to video games. What you just said,
Okay.
right? I know I give Skyward Sword a lot of shit, but I do think more Zelda games need to say, okay, sometimes we'll put an item in a dungeon, and you won't use it to beat the boss, and that'll be
Yeah.
just fine.
Or even if you use it to beat the boss, but it doesn't just stun the monster, so you can just wail on it with your sword.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's when it's done right, using the item to beat the boss is awesome, but
It is, yes.
Like,
Like the
design
spinner,
it-
for example.
Yeah,
Like the
but
spinner.
there's only so many ideas that designer can have before they think of, okay, this is a really cool idea, but how are we going to get it so that you can beat the boss with it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's just not have that instead of working it in.
I like
some
the Link to the
bullshit way.
Past fashion where some items in some dungeons don't have any fucking use at all for beating bosses, like the tunic or the mirror shield. Or
I
the
I
Cane of
wasn't
Samaria.
Really a fan of Link to the Past's bosses.
Eyeballs, man.
wasn't
Oh my
really
god,
a
I want to
fan.
talk about this so bad because muted
Cats-
me.
All eyeballs.
Fucking just talk, cat fucking fish. Jesus Christ.
I want to talk about it
Oh,
with
he's
Catsman.
trying to
He wants to
right
talk
now.
about it with you,
both
but he won't
I guess
fucking
I'll
talk.
just- Well,
You're
no, I'm
ruining
gonna
this
keep
stream,
talking.
fucking Catsman, with
We
your
both
fucking muting of
appreciate
people.
No,
Zelda
he's
games.
fucking
You're
ruining
fucking
it.
talking about pizzas and fucking pasta.
Well,
He's
technically,
Pizza
Mitch,
fuck.
ruining it by
Mitch-
coming in here
Mitch ruined it
and
by giving me the
thinking he
password.
can come in here and tell me to unmute him. Fuck him.
Apparently it's
got an
Mitch's fault because he
attitude
gave you the
problem.
password.
That's what he's.
Shut up,
he's
Mitch.
got.
So I like.
Mitch
I like
gave me the
pizza.
password because I think
He's
you
still
banned
talking
him
about pizza.
I think
from
I'm
the
done talking
room,
about.
so
Okay,
he got
that's
mad
good.
and gave me.
Let's
We
get
didn't
back
ban him
to
from
the-
this room, he's just
I-
not
I-
fucking...
I put my
he
order
said he
in.
couldn't
Let's get
in,
back
but
to
he
the video
knows-
game at hand, which is
Alright.
Legend of Zelda: The Ocarina of Time 3D.
He says he
A
couldn't
port
get in. Yeah, he
that
knew the
only
password,
exists
so he could
because
give it
the
to me.
3DS
I
didn't
don't
have
know.
any good
The best,
games at
the
the
best
time
thing
that
that's
came
going
out.
on here is fucking Cats and Fish talking at the same time, because Cats
know.
doesn't know when Fish is talking. I sure do love it when that happens, that's such a great fucking thing.
Well, if Fish would have just stopped talking, then we wouldn't have this problem.
Cats
Fucking
would just
unmute him.
unmute me.
No,
Please.
I'm not
No.
gonna
For
go
my
away.
sanity.
no.
Because now Catsman's made it a challenge, so I'm not gonna leave.
Hearts.
Back in my day, hearts didn't grow on trees. The young
Yeah, they
people.
did. Yeah, they
the
did.
the
Yeah,
young
they
people had
fucking
to
did.
work for them.
You could fucking slam with the Pegasus boots into a tree and apples would fall out.
He's just scrumping the shit out of that tree for its hearts.
Also, Mitch says he did not give you the password, he is lying. Okay.
He.
Yeah, Mitch wouldn't give him the password because
Yes,
Mitch hates fish.
I don't know why. I don't know why he gave me the password, but he gave me the password. How else would I be in here? Who else do you think would tell me the password?
I know it's kind of a cliche now, but the whole thing with cuckoos, like
I
you
like
attack
it.
them and it summons a horde of them. Like it's old hat, but when I was a kid, I thought that was just hilarious.
Yep, Link to the Past did it the first time and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah. They still in Twilight Princess they made it so that you could control a chicken,
Yes.
which I thought was wonderful.
No, okay, yeah, go that way, fuck off.
Like, you want to hurt the chicken? Why not see the world through the chicken's eyes? There, look. I wonder what Peter would have said about this game.
Peter. They probably fucking hate it. They hate everything though, so that's not entirely surprising.
Holy shit, is that the new hole graphic on the floor?
Yep.
Wow, they look like... No, that is one thing in this game that was just 2D sprites, the holes on the ground.
Yes, they were.
And they looked really weird from a lot of angles.
Are they already
'Cause-
behind here as well? I can't quite remember.
They weren't actually holes. They were just.
Yeah, and you would look at them from right above, and it'd still be like a hole that looked like it was being viewed from the side. You'd be like, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure all the.
But I can
fences
see why they
were
did it, because
perfectly
making an
2D in the
actual hole
original.
would have been hard. If you want to just make all of the ground like one flat polygon,
Yeah.
and not fuck about like
What do you even get
intruding
for this?
parts
I
of
can't,
it to
it's a
make
piece of
holes.
heart, isn't it, that you get for doing this?
Yeah, I think so. You have no reason not to do it though.
You're right. I actually quite like this as a little sub-quest. It's quite nice.
It takes planning because you've got to get to the. If you just had to run around and collect a bunch of chickens that were just floating out in the open that
Yeah, I
weren't in
agree.
hard to reach places, then it would be stupid.
You have to know how to do it,
I
because you
just
have to know that
realized
you've got to go over there, then you've got to throw the other chicken back.
We talked about.
How many have I got left?
Bing.
What's
talked about
making
what?
that noise, though, Baron? Really?
That's my headset is broken, essentially.
It makes
Probably
pong
actually.
noises very, very infrequently.
Because
I thought that was the game doing that, by the way, when that
what
happened.
happens is my headset just
how
cuts
do I
out
get up
randomly
here?
sometimes. It's wireless. It's a wireless headset. So
Do I have to use
it
another
plugged
cuckoo
in,
to get over
but
here?
It just
I think I do, don't I?
disconnects randomly now.
You should definitely not use a headset for microphone ever. You should use a desktop microphone.
Come on.
Well, well, next time, I
Wait,
guess.
what you get with a headset, right, is you get crappy headphones and a crappy
Headset microphones
microphone.
are just universally awful. I don't know why.
Right,
I don't know why
pick
no
you
one's
up.
thought of making a headset with a good microphone.
Yeah, I mean,
But I
like, the
think it's
headset...
because like the whole of the headset audience doesn't care if their microphone is good or not.
How do I get
As long as
onto
you hear what
here?
they're
Can
saying. Like, my headset's really nice in the sense that
Oh,
it
over
has
there,
really good sound.
over there.
Like, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
Logitech G930, whatever it's called. But, I have, like, a really crappy mic attached to it, though. I don't know why.
But headsets never have good headphones in them either.
No, it's really good headphones in this one.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Actually, yes.
I think
No.
it's like you can't get both. You can either
Let me
get a
look
good
up the frequency
microphone
response
in
curve.
the
What was it?
headset, or you
Logitech
can get a
G
good microphone.
Hang on.
930.
I've got a nice cheapish pair of Sennheisers, and I'm quite happy with the sound quality. You don't need to
So
spend huge amounts
G930.
on a headset.
You don't
get
need to spend
a really
huge
good stereo
amounts.
headset. Now, how many left?
I think I've got Samsung SR80Is. They're like it's kind of messed up because
Now,
they
there's
were
a
really
box
cheap,
here that I have to
and the
break.
audio quality is amazing, but they're
There
also
it is,
kind of
there you go.
uncomfortable. So
Yeah, it's called the G930 wireless gaming headset.
Come here, you piece of shit. What I think Ocarina of Time did suffer from is early 3D syndrome with things not quite being as precise as they need to be.
precise. What do you mean?
Yeah. Is that... Okay, you got one more. Where's the last one? Is it up here? I think it's up here.
You know the fences were 2D in the original too.
Yes, they were
No,
as
they're
well.
not.
Okay, so it's not up here. Is there
I
something in
can't
this tree? I
find
can't
any
remember.
like reviews from the Logitech, the headset that aren't on like gaming websites.
No, no, no.
Unfortunately, it's a gaming headset.
But why isn't it judged by the same standards as regular
Okay, I can hear it.
headphones?
Yeah, here it is.
I think it is,
Hey,
though.
Cuckoo.
Like, hang on. Amazon has a couple reviews for it.
Amazon reviews for audio things are like meaningless though, because like Skull Candies and Beats by Dre get good reviews on Amazon.
Yeah, and they are garbage. Oh, CNET has a review.
Isn't CNET kind of
CNET's
sketchy?
not very
You have
trustworthy
allergies
either.
to cuckoos,
Okay,
but you're a
never mind.
cuckoo handler. Okay. A bottle, that's what you get for this.
Oh, now you can do that bug. That's right. That's
No
why.
thanks.
Is it in all the-
PC
you're just doing what you saw in all the speed runs, aren't you?
Of
PC
course.
Magazine has
Oh,
has a
hello.
review for it. Hang on.
I'm very doubtful that
can
they're
I
good
please break
headphones in
this?
there because I've had Logitech headphones before and they've all been awful.
So you had a bad Logitech headphone.
Okay. Oh boy, it's a graveyard, guys.
I've had several pairs of Logitech headphones and
one of the
Logitech
things-
mics as well, and they've all been awful.
One of the things that I do actually like about this game quite a lot is that it's not that everything isn't there in the early game, like dungeons and stuff. The dungeon is up there, you just can't get to it at the moment. So
Yeah.
the Shadow Temple is up here, but I just can't do anything. So I like that, that's pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
how in the early game when you're a child, all the dungeons are kind of like natural formations or something, like there's a tree, there's a cave, and there's like inside of a whale. But later on in the game, as an antagonist actually appears properly, it's all like man-made kind of dungeons and
You
actual
think that was
evil
deliberate
things.
or just
I
coincidence?
I always thought it was deliberate,
Because
but
I've
maybe
never
not.
even thought about it like that before.
I thought it was kind of a thing that they went for, but maybe it isn't. I don't know. Explosion,
The
shrapnel
whole-
everywhere. Everyone dies.
The whole graveyard just spooked
Oh
me
man,
as
look
a
at the
kid.
graphics on that hole.
It's a great hole.
You are really hole obsessed.
That's-
You remember the original
Air
holes.
matron.
I don't really, because I never played the game.
Go,
Oh, there's
go look
redeads
up-
in here. There's fucking redeads in here.
You've not played this game?
No.
This
Oh, no,
game
it
is
was-
like one of the most, if not the most famous
Get
games
fucked.
ever made.
It's not the most.
Frequently gets #1 on best games ever lists.
Yeah,
Who cares
it's
about
it's
that?
probably the game that gets the #1 on best game ever lists the most,
Which
even
is
though it's not the
awful.
best game.
So
But
why are you?
It's just
what
it's
is
one of
this?
those things. That it's like saying
So-
It's like saying I
Lurkers in
eat
the
pizza,
dark.
but
Oh,
I've
boy.
never eaten a pepperoni pizza. This is like the pepperoni pizza of video games.
That's wrong on many levels, and you know.
No,
that.
it's not.
Mario
It's really
64
not.
is a pepperoni
Oh,
pizza
fuck this
video
noise.
game.
No, Mario 64 is the margarita.
No, okay. No, okay, you got me. These guys are pretty fucking spooky.
God, the way the camera just moves.
Yeah.
Focus on them when they scream.
Yes.
I just don't like. I just don't like that whole best game ever kind of thing because it's just gonna set it up for disappointment to me. Like this, I played better games than this, and
Yeah.
Well, I didn't play it expecting the best game ever. I expected a really fun action-adventure game, and that's what it is, essentially.
It's a very good adventure game.
It's very
It's a
enjoyable,
very-
and it's one of those things that is like a standard to judge other games
Yes.
by as well. It is the benchmark for all action-adventure games, and I think it's really important to know that if you're playing action-adventure games.
What other action adventure
sorry.
games do you think are comparable to it?
Because I did that too quickly.
Tomb
There
Raider?
aren't really that many action-adventure. No, it's not really comparable to Tomb Raider.
No, it isn't. Metroid Prime is very, very similar, though, is what I will say.
Okay, Metroid Prime.
Metroid Prime took a
Okami
lot from
takes-
fucking Zelda.
Okami
Okami
takes
was
Oh, God.
obviously.
Darksiders,
Now Cats is
I
talking
think.
about Okami,
Yeah,
and he's got me muted.
he's.
God
You're
damn it, Cats.
pissing Fish off so much. I just want you to know that.
Why?
Because he wants to talk to you, and you're not letting him talk to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's see. Mega Man Legend was pretty fun when it came out back in the day.
I can't play Mega Man Legend because
You like normal Mega Man too much.
the controls are just really stiff and awkward to me, and
Hey,
the
guys.
voice
Yeah.
acting is just kind of like
No,
and the
it's
story.
okay.
There's a
Guys.
lot of it, and it's kind of hammy and not in a good way.
I thought he was going to talk about Okami when I couldn't
I know some
say
people out there
anything.
really love it, but it's one of those games where you had to play it when it came out. I don't think I
Yeah.
can enjoy it now.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of what made this game special at the time was its approach to kind of story and writing.
Are we talking about
A lot
Mega
of
Man
people-
Legends, or
no,
are we
this
talking
game
about...
right here.
Oh, right,
that
this
I'm
one.
playing right here. You know, because I'm playing it right now.
I want
You
to talk
can't
about
sit here
Mega
and
Man
talk
Legends.
about this game the entire time.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dumpy, how you doing, bro?
Let's see. Mega
I
Well,
Man
I
like
think
the
Legends
I
single
think what
season
makes
mode.
Ocarina of Time really, really awesome is the Z targeting system. Because
Heard
Yeah, it was. That was very.
it was
very
the
special.
first good lock-on targeting system for any game ever.
Certainly, it helped navigate 3D
And
space very,
I
very
have
easily.
never played another 3D game that has a lock-on system that isn't Z targeting, where I thought the targeting was even good. Not just better
Where
than
is
this
that?
game, but even good.
Oh,
Like, seriously. Fuck the targeting in
There it is.
every game that doesn't use a system like Ocarina of Times.
Metroid Prime
yeah,
uses
I do
essentially
remember-
uses egg targeting again,
Yeah,
which is why
it's
it's
just like a
lot of,
first-person
sorry.
radial
Tomb
lock-on
Raider,
type
yeah,
thing.
Tomb
Which is
Raider in general had a
interesting
really
because if you
awful
think about it,
targeting
this
system.
game was originally meant to be first person.
Yeah, I
Was
agree.
it?
The targeting
Yeah,
in
this
the
game was
original
designed to be
Tomb
first
Raider
person.
games is just disgusting.
It's crazy.
Horrifying.
Is there a mod that lets you play
It's
it?
because you've
first
got to make
person?
No,
it so
there
that
isn't.
A, you intuitively know what you're targeting, B, you intuitively know where you're going to move in relation to the enemy, and C, you need to intuitively know if you hit the targeting button, what's going to happen. Like, are you going to stop targeting?
Hey, guys.
Are you going to rotate? Are you going to target a different enemy? Which enemy are you going to target? And in Ocarina of Time, it just seems like that makes sense. Whereas in Tomb Raider, it's just like, I'm going to press the targeting button. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I don't even know
Mitch-
what I'm aiming at right now.
Mitch
My
is
God, there's a
complaining
bear
about
right
me
there.
being in
Am I
the
aiming at the
stream
bear?
when
God
he
damn
gave
it,
me
no!
the password to
No,
only get
Dobby!
in the first place.
Cue, Dobby.
Mitch.
I haven't recorded a new one of those. Yeah.
Yet.
Yet. I will.
I'm gonna step outside for just a quick second. I'll be right
What
back.
I will say though is that this overworld, while it's okay, there isn't a great deal in it.
Yeah, it's kind of sparse.
And when people went and criticised
Twilight
Wind
Princess?
Waker for not having a great
Wind
deal
Waker.
of stuff,
Wind Waker had shitloads
it does
of
have shit
overworlds.
tons of stuff. And people go, "Oh, the ocean's so empty, it's so boring." No. It doesn't really have a great deal in it. This fucking thing, does it?
Like, I think in
There's some
general,
holes
if
in the
you're,
ground, some boulders. Great, fucking
if
fantastic.
you're gonna criticize Twilight Princess for something, you have to be willing to extend that criticism to Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, you do. Yes, very much so, because they are pretty much
Because they are
identical
cut
in many
from
respects.
exactly the same cloth, pretty
Yes,
much.
they
So
are.
it pisses me off when people say, "Oh, you know, Twilight Princess has loads of items that aren't used in the dungeon, that aren't used
Yeah,
except
they
in the
really
dungeon
aren't
you
really
find
used
them
in the dungeon
Have you ever?
that
Did
much.
you ever use the fucking hammer thing from the Fire Temple outside the Fire Temple in this game? Like seriously, you played Ocarina
There's
of
a
Time?
couple of rocks that you have to break with it, but yeah, I know what you mean. And they use it in switches later on. Rusty switches have to be pressed with the Yeah,
You can use it to kill Dark Link.
Yes, you can.
You taking a shortcut?
Nope.
If you don't have enough magic for
Wow,
Dim's
that
fire.
was hard.
It was hard, wasn't
Congratulations.
it? Well,
Dark
it's not
Link is-
pointed out that you can do it, so I guess it's quite nice that you can go, oh, what happens if I hit this? Oh, I'm getting rewarded for fucking exploring. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah, fucking Dark Link's bullshit. It's the worst mini boss in this game.
Mothski, Alone in the Dark isn't an action-adventure game.
Oh, no, no, no,
Zelda
no,
is
no,
the
no, no, no,
first.
no, no, no.
Zelda was the first 3D
Oh, fuck you.
action-adventure game. There's a very big difference between an action-adventure game and a just straight adventure game.
Yes, there is.
Oh boy, Mitch doesn't like Alone in the Dark. This is gonna trigger Catsman.
Yeah, there's a lot that I do like about this game particularly. I love this era of video games in general, when people were first experimenting with 3D,
Yeah.
seeing what they could do, seeing what worked, what didn't. Is it left
Early
now?
3D
Or is
games
it
are
straight
really
up?
cool.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And yeah,
Left.
I think
and
the
then
N64
right.
had some really good ones. I also think the PS1 had a lot of really good experimental
Oh god, yes.
early 3D games, and the PS1 really was experimental.
Have you ever looked on YouTube somewhere? There's a video of someone who essentially used settings on an N64 emulator to make to see what Zelda this game would look like if played on a PS1. Because the N64 had texture filtering and stuff.
And the
PS1 really
didn't have it, and it also all of the PS1 graphics libraries used a really cheap way of calculating, like what do you call it? Doing things like positioning polygons in space
Yeah.
or putting textures onto polygons. And so PS1 games had a lot of like warping of textures on large objects,
Yes, very
or
much so.
like kind of jumping around of like points in 3D space that just look kind of odd. But then
If she's not here now, if she's not here until later, okay, she is here. Good.
You were worried you had to go to
Darunia first, yes, I
Yeah.
was. See, again, this temple is here, and it shows you this temple beforehand. I quite like that. That's quite good.
yeah, I agree.
Catsman's talking about all things I'm into. And he asked me.
I
if
guess
you could-
the only pattern that's
Fucking
really
Catsman.
broken in this is they show you all of the sages early on, and they show you the dungeons that they belong to, because Saria obviously goes here, Darunia goes up in Death Mountain. The only one that doesn't really follow with is
Impa.
Impa, who is nowhere near her fucking thing. But her house is nearby, I guess, so maybe you're supposed to tweak from that? I don't know. This will be important to us someday, that's what I feel. Yeah, you're right. I will play the
Who's
Ocarina with you.
who's the Shadow Skin? I've forgotten.
Shadow Sage is Impa.
Oh
Spirit
shit! Yeah,
Spirit Sage is Nabooru.
oh yeah, and the Spirit Stages.
I quite like how they
I'm
take
not
a
sure
break
if
as
that-
well.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that counts going back to... I did like going back to being Kid Link and then doing that shit, actually. That was kind of cool.
I do like how they staggered it a little bit, so when you sorry, I have to concentrate on that. I'm still used to fucking playing it with C buttons, because you always remember the tunes in C button. And now it's like, oh, YX, well how the fuck does that relate to what I was fucking doing? But I quite like how they staggered it so that before you can do the Shadow Temple, you have to go get the Lens of Truth. The Lens of Truth is just a child, you gotta do it as a child. Great, fine.
You have to
okay.
go get the lens truck.
Truth. It's pronounced Truth, in fact.
But you stopped talking in the middle of that sentence.
Did I? Oh, okay.
Yes.
My mic obviously cut off. Grand.
Grand.
Baron, can you ask him to unmute me now that
Yeah.
Baron's gone quiet?
It keeps the variety of
Apparently,
going back
Fish
to
would
being
like you to
Kid Link.
unmute him now that Baron has gone quiet. I know that
I
you're
mean-
going to, but I'm going to ask you nonetheless.
I wish that you could use the boomerang when you're an adult, actually.
That's not what I want.
Because I thought it was a great luxury for me going back to being Kid Link and being like, oh yeah, I can use the boomerang again.
That's what I
Like,
want.
I love boomerangs.
Boomerangs are great. I like the
Don't
boomerang.
tell me just because I'm an adult, I can't use a boomerang.
I'm gonna keep pestering Cats to unmute me because it bothers Mitch.
Apparently, it bothers Mitch.
Everything bothers
Fish
Mitch.
being muted. Or not muted, as the case may be. I don't fucking know. So I've got a fairy now, so that's
yeah,
great.
it would bother Mitch, Fish not being muted. I can see that. You should mute him on your end as well, so that Mitch doesn't have to listen to him.
So I like how once you've gone through that maze, it goes, okay, well you made it through the maze. You don't have to go through it again. You can just go up
You
here
see,
now.
that's not exactly the game. very obviously not stalling for time.
Yes.
Like, you've done this already, we're not going to make you do it again.
A game is a series of skill tests, as far as I'm concerned. It presents you with a challenge and says, can you do this? And if you can do it,
it's not like, now do it again, and again.
And again and again, without fucking changing every single time. If it changes in between, great, fine, I like it. That's why the maze changing between being a child and being an adult is a good thing. Because it presents you with different fucking challenges.
Yeah.
The melody appears to have some mysterious power. Yay.
What's with Mitch and Fish's lovers quarrel? I don't think it's a lovers quarrel.
Lying Bithka, apparently.
I don't know what I did that pissed off Mitch
Oh,
so much.
It's
Bithka's
rude.
It is rude to call someone a Bithka. So I can just go anywhere in this fucking...
No, it happened all of a sudden.
I don't understand. Fish doesn't annoy me at all. I've just got him muted because I don't like people muscling their way into multi-man streams. And they
He's doing it as a matter of principle. Okay, Baron's not here at the moment. Can we fucking unmute him while Baron is gone?
Fish wasn't
Can we fucking
invited.
compromise? Can we fucking compromise at least?
Fish,
We've only got 2 people in.
You know that I don't compromise.
This is true. This is true. I do know this. I do like how you can smack these apart.
Maybe
as well.
next stream, right? You'll say, "Okay, I want Fish here. I'm inviting Fish," and then I'll have no qualm.
Alright, fine. Tell him I'm going anyway. I have
I
stuff
can
to
see
do.
that this has fucked your muscle memory. Like,
It does. It fucking. It's not what it should be, right? I know them with the C stick. I just don't know them with this. I do like how you can.
why don't they make it so you can play them on a touchscreen?
I think they probably can, but I'm not sure. Woo!
Or maybe you can play them on a touchscreen.
Yeah, you can. You can do this.
Alright,
do that.
Yeah,
Moogle.
that's what you should
Moogle!
do, really. Makes a lot
What do you
more
want,
sense.
Tell him that I'm heading out, but please next time
I both
he's
love
playing,
and hate Cat's stubbornness.
Next time he's
spelt
playing
wrong.
a game that I know quite well, please invite me.
Okay, apparently he's gonna go now, but next time we're playing a game that he knows, can we please invite him?
I'll leave that up to you, the streamer. Moogle.
Thanks. Well, obviously I wanted Highwang, but fuck Tim Snake is all I can say. In fairness, you were the one who went, shall we fucking boot him off? And I went, no, it's fine, I didn't call it properly. I didn't call it properly. Next time I fucking call something, I'll fucking do it properly through the blog. And then there'll be fucking no excuse and you'll fucking get kicked.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's kind of like the policy, I guess.
Yeah.
Of calling
I'm happy
things.
to, when I fucking make a mistake, I didn't call it properly, fine.
But
that was my
next
mistake.
time, it's fucking happening.
So I'm basically just clearing stuff up. I should probably be going to do a dungeon now, but I'm gonna go get Fona. But, oh well.
Ipona.
Ipona. How long have I been streaming so far?
Like an hour, I think?
An hour and a bit, yeah. There's lots of stuff you can do here, which is quite nice.
Obviously, she did the chickens minigame.
I need 100 rupees, don't I?
100 rubles.
100 rubles. Can't you buy, Oh no, isn't there a treasure chest with milk in it? I can't remember.
I don't know.
This is nice as well.
I actually had more difficulty than it is unembarrassing to admit doing all this shit. Like the horse races and stuff. I had to try like a good few times.
She's got a Bowser brooch on, but you can't see it properly.
It's pronounced brooch.
Brooke, I think you'll find.
Brocay, my mistake.
Oh no, she's running away!
Why is the horse called Epona?
I don't know, that's just the name they picked.
This sounds like someone mispronouncing Aponi.
A pony.
Aponi, Epona. Did you ever read Cruz Elroy's blog post about Ocarina of Time's music?
I did not. Who's Cruz Elroy?
He's the guy who analyzes music sometimes.
Okay.
It was really interesting actually because it talks about how because they need to be played on the ocarina, a lot of Ocarina of Time's songs have 2 repeating sets of 3 notes at the beginning of them.
Yes, they do, yes.
And this actually a large amount of the game soundtrack has 2 sets of
Yes, it does.
The more notable songs.
It's
in the
also
game have
why
2
it's so
sets of 3
fucking
notes.
catchy, because you know that those
yeah.
first 3 fucking notes repeated over and over
And yeah,
again.
it it's a huge limitation on music, but it actually makes for some really like interesting music.
Yes.
Um,
It also makes them more
Memorable music?
memorable because you associate those 3 notes with particular activities or particular sections of the game.
There are limits based on the notes available on the ocarina to say like
Yes.
what key the music in the game can be, and so some of the music I got around that by being ambiguous in key for the first 3 notes, or sometimes atonal. The Hyrule Temple music, not Hyrule Temple, the Temple of Time music, I think, is atonal and has no time signature.
That's
Just
interesting,
'cause-
the way that fucking...
Yeah.
What am I doing
And I
with
actually do
this?
think Ocarina of Time's music has, it is complex and interesting, and I enjoy
I
it.
really
And
like-
it's probably my
what-
favorite Zelda soundtrack, actually.
What interests me most about it is it's probably the game which has attracted the most kind of returning songs in the game, because
In the
people
series.
associate it with being fucking great. Oh,
Yeah.
There's a piece of heart in here. That's what I want.
And like a lot of the songs that are in Link to the Past for certain things that they could have used again, they made new ones, and now those
Yes.
get used instead of the
Sorry,
Link to the
guys.
Past ones.
I was out and about for a second.
You haven't played Hyrule Warriors, have you? They reuse a lot of music in that game, but they do remix it quite heavily. A lot of the time you don't kind of recognize it, but then you do and you go, oh, that's kind of cool.
I like some of the remixes when you don't recognize that it's a remix for a while.
Yes.
Well, I got a pretty good one for Zelda.
What?
Got a pretty good Zelda remix.
What kind of remix?
It's,
Oh no,
Laser
I'm gonna
Ball,
get
one of my favorite
trampled! It's
techno
okay.
artists. It's a good one.
Just want to point out the Link can roll faster than that horse can.
Great horse animation.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can actually walk faster backwards. I think they kept that in, which is quite nice.
I think it's more because it's a priority for being able to move backwards in combat.
Yes, it is very much so.
They didn't want to make that compromise, and also, I guess, if you say, okay, well, what if the player only moves fast backwards in combat? It's like, that's kind of bullshit.
So I posted in chat and also in the Mumble.
What is it? I can't
Posted
check
in
because
chat,
I'm
Mumble
streaming.
chat.
I can't check because I'm fucking streaming.
I know,
way do I
but
wanna go? It's this way, isn't
I
it?
like Catsman or anyone else can listen to
Laserhawk.
Laser Hulk.
Whee!
Oh, it's the first dungeon theme it's the dungeon theme from the first game.
Yeah.
This is that's pretty 80s, I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
So he wants... Which cuckoos does he want? It's not one.
You see, that
Well-
music is pretty brilliant, like, the first time you hear it, but when you've been playing a whole game where
Yeah.
all the dungeons have that song, you just kind of get pissed off.
Yeah.
Just one.
You're gonna lose. This game's rigged.
Okay, all of these ones have green arrows. That one doesn't. Nope, didn't make it. Try again. So
Dilly
when
dally,
you pick
Gus
up
got you.
when you pick up a cuckoo, it has a green arrow over it, so you can tell which ones you picked up.
Really?
Yeah,
Shit, I didn't know that.
I only realised that because of speedrun strats.
Speed hacks for the win.
That's one. No, I've put that one up already.
What's the physiological difference between a chicken and a cuckoo?
Who can say?
Cuckoo.
Is it you? Yeah, it is.
Hi, Debulon. How are you
Hey,
doing?
Debu, I have something for you.
Great.
Yeah, isn't it? How's
Love
like
it.
some Mario Malon, huh? Yeah.
Sure.
Sweet. Got
You
some
can
milk.
tell,
Shit, here's
you
my
can
pizza.
tell he's looking to marry off his daughter to the first person who can come in and perform his chicken challenge. He's just kind of testing the water.
Can you not go upstairs here? I think you can go upstairs here, can't you?
I don't know.
That first step's a doozy. What's in here? Is this the bedroom? Oh, there's 2 pairs of shoes. That's cute.
Watch out for that step. It's a doozy.
Wow. Nice.
That's a nice picture he has. That's a nice wardrobe he has.
Got your life savings. Nice
He's a
good
farmer.
job.
He doesn't make that much money.
Aww. Oh, wow. The fuck?
Don't remember this in the original game?
I don't remember all these pictures at least. Is she drawing herself as a princess? With the Triforce? That's quite cute. That's quite cute actually.
With the Triforce.
With the Triforce. And she's got a plush little horsey. Is this Rusty's bedroom?
Cuckoo can lay eggs regardless of gender. It's
Regardless
pronounced
of gender.
gander.
Gander, I think you'll find. And they've got a nice little table.
A gander of cuckoos. It's the plural of...
A fucking terrorist swarm of cuckoos. And I could go speak to fucking what's-his-face. What's the name of the Luigi ripoff? Can't remember his name. Malon Talon and...
I don't remember his name either. Shit.
I don't remember his name. Doesn't matter. Who cares?
He's called something different in the Majora's Mask. He's called Ingo there. Remember that?
Ooh, is he Ingo here? He might be.
Maybe it is Ingo.
I think he might be Ingo.
Whatever. Whatever.
This theme is quite good, I'll give it that. I know a lot of people were disappointed this didn't actually use the Zelda theme in it, though. The main theme of Zelda.
I would rather an original track that's good than hearing the
I
Zelda
agree.
theme again.
I quite like how you can rotate the camera around as well when you're doing this. This is quite
So
cool.
this is your tilting your 3DS around.
Yes,
Does that feel natural?
it does actually. It feels okay. The only time it doesn't feel natural is when you're using the 3D effect, because it takes you straight out the 3D effect. But that may even be fixed with the new 3DS, so maybe that would be even better. I don't know.
So
I'll
the
have
new
to give it a try
3DS
when I get
does
one.
like what, like eye tracking or head
Yeah, it does
tracking
face
or whatever
tracking, yeah, it
to
does face
work
tracking.
out.
Which is actually a sensible idea, and a decent use of the extra processing power that the thing has. I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, yeah, it's a decent use of the not having a goddamn charging cable with it. Yeah,
Yes,
I agree.
I despise that option, but I guess in a way they've got like a point, because people who are going to buy it generally will be upgrading from an old one.
No, because they won't. Because I'm the person who's savvy enough to not buy Nintendo handhelds on the first release anymore. So I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get it with a goddamn power
Well, it only
cable.
costs. I say it only costs. It's another $5 to put in, and some places will just include one with it anyway.
Mr. Hero.
So one of the
That-
things I
that
do like
guy's
about
really
this
tragic.
game is that when there are side quests, it doesn't really signpost you towards them unless you fulfill certain requirements. So Happy Mask Shop, so it kind of signposts you here to say, maybe you should go to the Happy Mask Shop. Yeah, maybe? But it doesn't give you a big marker that says, you go to the Happy Mask Shop.
He
There's
says,
a side
could you go
quest
to...
here.
He asks you to go like to the Happy Mask Shop like 3 times, and
He
it's
does,
in
yeah.
red in his text.
It is read in his text,
I
but
think
there
it's
isn't
nice
anything in
and
the
obvious.
game that comes and says, go to the fucking Happy Mask Shop. It doesn't fucking give
Wait,
you a marker.
what games do that?
Quite a lot. Especially these days, we'll go...
You mean like modern FPS games or whatever?
Well, modern fucking games in general that give you like objectives.
I mean, a lot of PC-orientated games with really big worlds will give you quest markers. It's not necessary in something like this where the world is small and detailed, but if you've got something huge and open with vast expanses of just nothing for ages, then I can see the purpose of it.
Maybe.
If you've got a game with like lots of different towns and, you know, tons of shops.
Tektites.
Hectites.
Hello.
What are they doing so far from water, huh?
Who knows? The stone-eating
You'll-
people.
Why will you have 4 3DSs, GC? Why, dare I ask?
In fairness, I will have 3 by the end of this month, so I can't really complain. I need to get rid of my old
have-
Excel.
I
None.
have 4 PS3s, whereas you have none. This pastagram illustrates how many... I love that video.
Can't go up this yet, can I? No, I can't. I've got to go into... Oh, hello. I can't remember what this even is. Is it... You play something there and something happens. I can't remember. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ, that was close. I only got run over.
You think there's a Goron rolling test?
I think there probably is, yes.
Because if that guy'd been on
The
his
same way there
Goron
should be a
rolling
fucking
test-
Chozo morph balling test. Presumably they use it, like, they can't use it for, like, normal purposes, so presumably they use it like toys or something, I don't know. It'd be entertaining if they did.
If I unfocus my eyes, it kind of looks like the game isn't being presented in glorious Google Hangout vision.
Sorry. Big Brother loves to dance if he gets in a rhythm.
So hold up, what was this? Why did you buy the second one, Juicy? I can see why you bought a 3DS to play games. What about the second and the third ones? And the fourth one? Did you just buy every hardware revision?
So I got my pizza, and it looks like someone just attacked my pizza with pepperoni.
Wow, that's
You did
good.
ask for double pepperoni, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to Darunia, guys. I love Darunia, he's great. Here he is Darunia. What the heck, who are you? Get out of my face. Ancient creatures have infested Dodongo's Cavern. Now, which one is it? Oh, just no, that was wrong.
Fucking isolationalist politics.
Okay, so you can't actually play it. So you actually have to...
Did you know, right, if you play... I don't know why you'd do this, but I heard that if you play Bioshock on the easier difficulties, it gives you like a giant floating arrow that tells you where to go all the time.
Yes, it does. All the fucking time.
It's like always there.
This dance is pretty great. This is one cutscene I don't mind watching. I love how Link is like, what the fuck is this? Jesus Christ, what have I done? Oh! 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 Why is Navi dancing
I
as
gotta
well?
say, that's a pretty well animated game.
Why is Navi dancing as well?
What a hot beat.
Well, this is from an era before motion cap when animations were actually animated by animators, and so they did look lifeless and shit like all mocap looks.
Monster Hunter has non-mocap stuff as well, which I quite like. Okay, I'll do that. Da-na-na-na. Can I actually... I can't do that, that's later on, isn't it? This music's
On the
pretty
other
good as
hand,
well.
I'd rather a game that kind of held my hand with where to go than a game that told me like once in a cutscene that I couldn't replay where to go, and then didn't give me any indication that I was supposed to go there ever again. Like,
Oh, no,
there's
I
so
can
many
do that.
games I play where it's like, oh, you've got to go here, and it tells you in like a cutscene that you can't replay, and then you save the game and open it up later, and you can't remember where the fuck
Isn't
you're
there
supposed
a
to go.
reward for lighting all the torches in this place?
I have no idea.
Come on, light. Thank you. Pretty sure there is. Yeah, there is. Because this starts spinning, doesn't it?
Yeah, Lames, it is. But I'm saying not every game has that.
Is that going to be close enough? I don't think it is it?
Quest
Oh, it is.
logs are okay. Maybe
Where does this
explicitly marking maps aren't okay, but quest logs okay.
Oh,
and I
this
also
is
like
this place.
I like a lot games that where you have a map that you can write on. I wish more games
Yes.
did that.
I also like this. It's like having a notes page of an instruction manual.
Yeah.
I would say that a lot of games back then also had a much more labyrinth-like level design. Like this game, for
Yes.
example.
I think
Where
the
they were
move has been
big,
towards
they were somewhat
simplicity
non-linear.
in linear in
I don't
level
like
designs.
I just don't like that.
I guess
Like-
there's a balance, because I think, like, for example, Doom. I love Doom, okay, but the levels are a little bit too labyrinth-like at times. Sometimes they're just, like, mazes that look, like, everywhere looks identical.
Yeah,
but
that's bad,
there is
bad level design.
somewhere there is a sweet spot between
Yeah.
Doom and 100% linear. Like, I like
I
having
think-
to put some thought into moving around in a game
Yeah.
world rather than just running down an identical set of corridors.
Well, there's games like I remember Deus Ex especially had these massive levels that you would have to explore to get everything you can possibly get.
But the difference in Deus Ex is that when you come to like a fork in the road, number one, it's not always obvious to you that there's a
Yeah.
fork in the road. Deus Ex doesn't go, look, there's two ways you can go choose. It's just like, you can go this way, there might be other ways, there might not, you don't know. I like that a lot.
Yeah, and it does open up like more replayability too.
Like, there's a piece of heart here as well. Obviously, I want it.
Like, I think one thing I really like about Deus Ex is often you'll be making a very important choice and you won't realize you'll be making a choice, you'll just be doing whatever comes naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing pisses me off more than when like a huge prompt comes up on the screen and one option is like save this guy and one option is save this other guy or something, you know, it's shut up. In
You didn't
Skyward
drop
Sword,
anything, you piece of fuck.
in Skyward Sword sometimes many prompts will come up on the screen but they'll all say the same thing.
Yes, I quite like that, and it's just a difference in attitude. Nope.
It kind of pissed me off, to be honest. I wish I could have told Zelda to fuck off.
You
And
can.
if I told Zelda to fuck
Just
off,
be
and the
really
game had just-
sarcastic, like.
if the game had just ended there, then I would have
You
been.
mean like Paper Mario?
Yeah, exactly.
I love that in Paper Mario. It's one of the best things. And it's
What
just,
do they call
okay,
it?
you don't want to do it? Fine, okay, well, we're fucked then.
Schmuck bait. That's what they call it, isn't it?
Did I fucked that up.
Wait, what was awful in Bioshock Infinite? Schmuck bait or like making really obvious choices? Oh right, yeah, making really obvious choices. Not only that, making things that are made out to be like big deal choices, and then having the same thing happen each time.
Not close enough.
It's like, do you choose the bird flying free or do you choose the bird in the cage? Oh, I wonder what this means.
Did I not? Okay.
It's very trendy to hate Bioshock Infinite.
I must say,
And fun,
one
too.
thing I'm not fond of here is how I can't actually see where the bomb is going. Fuck, get fucking...
Yeah, early 3D game camera problems.
Yeah, early 3D game, no fucking dual analog stick. Camera problems. Nope. I gotta get it when it's closer to me, but it's a timing thing. Nope.
Like, for all of its love, I always thought that the N64 controller was kind of shitty.
I don't.
It's
No one
okay.
loves the N64 controller.
I don't know, because I've heard, like, well, I guess it's because of the dumb websites I read, like, top 10 game controllers, and top 10 juiced up game
Like,
players.
the only reason that Nintendo made the controller like that was because they weren't sure that analog was going to take off, and so they
Yeah,
made a
they
controller
were.
with analog stick in the middle, so that you could hold it from the
Okay,
handles
give me a
up
piece
to
of
the
heart, you
side
piece of fuck.
and not have to deal with the analog stick at all.
Great.
But yeah, the analog stick on the
Okay, I'll give it a couple
the
more
N64
tries.
controller isn't good for just pretty much anything. It's okay for Mario 64 and Legend of Zelda, I guess, but
Nope,
in
it's-
general, it's not comfy at all. It's good for 2D games, actually, because you can ignore the middle bit.
Yeah.
Like Kirby 64 on an N64 controller is great, because you just use the digital buttons.
No!
For
No,
controller,
Dobby!
And I would have to, like, use the analog stick in the middle and then use the 4C buttons to look around and stuff.
Fuck FPS games on the N64.
It was
Okay, it's
really
a little bit
awful.
too late, so if I go back now and I wait like a second... 1, 2...
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye's great.
Not to
I
Do
think
you know there was
control-
a, do you know there's a double fucking controller setup for that?
Yes,
You can
I
change
do.
it so that there's a fucking... you can use two controllers at once and have dual analog.
I just
It's like,
imagine it'd
Moogle,
be
you're
really
doing the exact
awkward.
same thing over and over again.
I am,
love
right?
watching this.
Isn't it great?
Yeah,
It's
this
great.
isn't a very making
Uh-oh.
a very entertaining
Okay, I'm gonna
stream. Can
stop
we
it
just
then.
do the goddamn?
Yeah, let's go do the
already?
dungeon.
You've been fucking around for like an hour now, Moogle.
Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm driving this.
Fuck you, Catsman!
I'm driving this boat.
You
right
can't take
into
my
the-
Ushanka from me.
I'm gonna fuck you until your eyes turn to gold.
What?
What?
I don't know.
Oh my god, my
No.
nose. Stop it, nose. Please, please stop. My nose is so itchy. Nah.
And now, everyone in the chat is arguing about Bioshock Infinite. Not arguing about Bioshock Infinite, just... Oh wait, people are arguing with fish heads about Bioshock Infinite. I would rather play Bioshock Infinite than Final Fantasy 13, but yeah, for the same reason, just because it's shorter. You were the one who set yourself up for Final Fantasy 13, fish heads. You have no one but yourself to blame.
There's a piece of heart over there that I can't get.
Like, here's the thing, right? In Deus Ex...
Oh!
Nice.
Oh!
Isn't
Eat shit, Zelda. Eat shit. Did you see that jump? I'm fucking putting that on a highlight. I don't care.
That was pretty nice, actually.
I don't give a fuck. See this? I don't need this. I don't need that.
If you're watching a highlight of this right now, then Freaky Demon, you've lowered your standards. What the fuck?
I have the ability to do it as well now, by the way.
No,
So
I mean
I
on
can
YouTube.
fucking do it for myself.
What, you can put things to the YouTube?
I can put things to the YouTube channel.
Okay. Well, maybe you should put good highlights up there, unlike Freaky.
Who puts nothing? Do you notice I put Swamp Simulator up there, by the way, because I had to?
Yes, I did.
Because
Yeah.
Swamp Simulator is one of the best
I
things
love
that GLA's ever
Swamp
done.
Simulator. Love it.
Shrek, no, please! Anticipation of Shrek is worse than Shrek himself.
The world is gonna roll me.
Yeah,
Is that
stop
over
the
and
shopper's tool in the shed.
You gotta dump with the finger in the thumb.
I thought Swamp
In the
Simulator was the
shape
perfect
of
end to that like
a
fad of
forehead.
video games. Just like, yeah, you never get better than this now. You'll never get better.
Come
That
on,
was
blow
the
up.
highlight reel, to be honest.
That was the best. Hello, BMOS. Go away, BMOS. You blow up,
You
so I'm
can
not gonna
kill
go
the
near you.
BMOS in this game.
You can kill
yeah.
BMOS in this. Oh, hello. Oh, I don't need to go near you.
I'm not really a fan of unkillable enemies in video
Cool.
games.
I'd forgotten this was so this is going to be the map then. Oops. Come on! What I quite like is watching speedruns where you go back to these dungeons as an adult and you can bypass most of the puzzles, because most of the puzzles involve ledges that that are too tall for you to grapple onto or to jump up to, but you can just jump up to them when you're an adult, because obviously you're a little bit taller. I found that quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Whee.
Fish, to be fair, you did beg several times, like, if someone buys me Final Fantasy 13, I'll stream the entire game.
It's your own. You've been hoisted by your own petard, I'm afraid.
Which everyone told you was incredibly foolish, by
Yes.
the way. Everyone said, don't do it.
Don't do it. You'll regret it.
It's suffering.
There is no victory in Final Fantasy 13. No victory. There is no victory. Only despair. I quite like that there's a section in like a forest or something, and it's quite built up as well as an area because it's kind of an artificial one. So there's like arrows on the ground that tell you where to go in a game which is essentially a straight line. But why? But why?
I think if you have to put an arrow in your level anywhere, you pretty much failed
Well, I
as a
think it's
level
okay.
designer.
I think it's okay. As
Like
a principle of like, okay, there's an arrow on the floor, guys.
Like-
It's pretty cool, right? But
I think, not really. In a well-designed level, you shouldn't need an arrow. You shouldn't need anything that
Do these things
explicit to
explode?
tell
They
the
do,
player
don't they?
where to go. I don't remember. I don't remember those things at all. I don't remember the large ones.
yeah, they do. So now I can go down here. What's in here? Oh boy, it's these...
No, fish heads. You can't not finish it, fish heads. You promised you would.
You're not allowed to stream anything else until you finish.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
You're not allowed
That makes
to
you
do
a
What?
promise breaker.
No!
else.
No! Fuck you, Dobby! Except there's
Use
a
the
way.
boomerang. Oh wait, you don't have it.
You can just do that.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck you, Dobby!
So yeah, giant arrows.
No! You pieces of shit!
I'm not really a big fan of giant arrows.
No.
No. It's really bad.
Okay, you're not one of them. Fucking Amos. Oh,
And I hadn't played Bioshock Infinite. Just watching it alone made me.
I have played it. but I was not overly impressed at the gameplay aspects of the game.
I watched Zara and Dom stream it, and like anything can be entertaining when Zara and Dom are streaming it, but when they're when they're not streaming it, then there's just no point. Nil point.
Did I not turn fucking? It is Switch. Okay.
Looking kind of dumb.
I don't mind arrows if it's like you see a sign that says like kitchen this way, like torture room this way or whatever.
Come here.
There you are. I do mind if it's just telling you where to go.
Like, I don't like how, like, I was trying to say earlier about Deus Ex was that when you're in Deus Ex and there's one level, every level you go to is basically massively explorable. Like, you go to like a giant ocean liner, like a tanker, and you can go under the tank, you can go around the tanker, you can go inside of the tanker, there's a whole level in there as well, and this is all like, you know, one single area that you can go to.
Okay, that doesn't work. I think they took out that glitch in this then. Because there's a glitch with crouch stabs.
Going back.
Stabs.
And
It doesn't work in this.
a lot of games nowadays, it doesn't feel like you have that ability. Now it's just go here to here, and you can explore the one single room that you're in, but then you have to move to the next room.
The thing is, a lot of developers are scared that like players won't see all of the content in their game. So
well, I don't know why that's the case, because it's quite like a matter of course, isn't it, that most people who buy games do not complete them. So.
Yeah. But it's just another thing where if you want to make optional stuff, your game's going to be shorter. So Fable did this thing that really pissed me off. I really don't like the Fable games, but I have a friend who plays them constantly and I end up playing co-op with him. Fable does this thing where it's like, in order to progress to the next part of the game, you must do this many side quests.
But you get an adorable little dog, though.
Like, what? What do you
Fable
mean
2.
you
I
must
played
do
through
this
Fable
many...
2. And I have it on the 360. I bought it on the 360 a couple of months after release, so I didn't pay full price for it. And my thought with it was that as I started to get interested in it, it then finished. So right when I was actually getting, okay, well this is actually, I'm understanding what's going on, I'm liking what they've got here, and then it fucking stopped.
Like,
you breathe fire, don't you?
I traded Fable 2 for a single Cajun chicken wrap. Or
Really?
half of a Cajun chicken
Good deal.
wrap. Was not worth it. I want my Cajun chicken wrap. I love Cajun chicken.
Wow, that's pretty harsh indictment.
Yeah.
I gotta say, shit.
Oh, I've got a...
I traded my game for a sandwich. And you know what? I really wish I had that sandwich back. Quote,
So one of the things...
2015.
Not now, but I wish I'd had it at the time.
I'm sorry, I just belched like an idiot.
Talking about level design. I take it you've watched
like
the
John-
the Portal 1, I think it is, commentary. Or gone
I've
through
listened
it,
to
at
Portal
least.
1 commentary, yeah.
Because they go into a lot about how light is a very good method of teaching your player what to do.
Left 4 Dead does
essentially
that
light
as
things
well.
up. Yeah, it does a lot.
It does that low, actually.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead 2 didn't, which really pissed me off, because I could... So there's some points in Left 4 Dead 2 where I don't know which way to go.
Why did I go through there?
I don't know.
But it's kind of cool though.
What
is
did I
that it
miss
gives
that was
you-
in there?
It gives you a feeling of choice, and you feel like you may make the wrong choice, which is actually kind of fun.
Yeah, I agree.
But as I was saying earlier, like also like to quote John Romero, as much as a lot of people don't like him because he did fuck up his later
I like
career.
John Romero.
I do like him.
I like
because
old school John Romero.
Yeah,
When
I
he
heard
was
he's-
with
I
Cavern.
heard he's a very nice guy too.
Probably.
But
Do I
that
even
being
need to
said,
go in there?
he
Was there any
said, like, you
purpose to
know,
that?
when
wasn't,
designing
was there?
Doom,
Jesus.
when designing the levels in Doom, he said, you know, well, if you're in a room and you can look out a window and see an outside area, you should be able to go to that outside area.
Yes, I agree.
And
That is a very
that
good point.
is, but you see games nowadays that have committed the sin, I think, of, you know, not making that possible, like Call of Duty, where you have like an invisible wall or barrier that keeps you from progressing. Or Fallout 3, which does the whole, oh, you can explore DC, but only in these tiny little segmented parts that are blocked off by rubble.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of... I mean, it depends, because I do like nice skyboxes and nice views in games that you don't necessarily have to be able to go to, and I think Ocarina of Time and all the games that followed it in this genre suffer from the whole thing where any, like, wide or any outdoor area is kind of like slightly sunken into the ground. So you've just got like walls on every side and you can't leave. And that, in many ways, that makes it very visually uninteresting. But on the other hand, like, if it was or a little message that came up on the screen like, you are leaving Hyrule, you'll be killed in 10 seconds unless you return to Hyrule, beep, 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 then I would gladly take the first option.
Yeah, I think that's really dumb. That's like one of the worst features I've ever seen added into a game, was the whole invisible walls and you get killed if you walk.
Like having a really cool looking area that you just die if you walk to.
Yeah.
But then it is hard, because it is important to make games visually interesting. I think it's okay if it's made very explicit to the player that this area isn't explorable and is just there to look nice.
Thank you. Yeah. Uh-oh.
But a lot of games don't communicate that very well.
No, they don't. You're leaving the battlefield, soldier. Get back in there.
Get back in the fight.
Yeah, and it's like,
bitch.
shit, I didn't realize I was leaving the battlefield. Fuck you. What if I want to leave?
I can't tell, and then how do I get back to the battlefield? Where's the crossing line? I'm in a tank. I can't turn around that easily. Like, I can't wait. Like, if War Thunder, I like War Thunder a lot, but I wish that if they are gonna do like combine air forces and ground forces, like have air people play airplanes and then ground people play ground tanks.
Ground planes.
If they're gonna,
land ships.
Land ships, ground planes, tanks. But like, if they're gonna do that, they should, they have to make these maps really massive, which would be pretty fucking awesome in my opinion. Make it really simulatory. So you can actually go to like, take towns and fight over areas. It'd be kind of an interesting thing, but I doubt that they'll do that, fully implement that.
I forgot.
Because right now, when you're playing the game, you can just randomly jump into a plane and bomb someone. Which is kind of cool,
No.
I've actually grown to like War Thunder
Bats
a lot.
are dicks in all games.
Yes, they are.
They're you have to kill bats in Daggerhole, and you have to kill bats in Tomb Raider. For
yeah,
some
and
reason.
you're like, I think in Lawyer Guy I'll add in friendly bats, just to kind of
offset this anti-bat agenda.
Yeah, I think games do have an agenda against bats because they're just massive dicks in all games they're in. Crash fucking Bandicoot, some bats flying overhead will kill you in one hit.
Yeah, but in real life, bats are just little tiny mice with wings.
That spread
They
disease
are as well.
sometimes.
They sometimes
That
spread disease.
But if it was like, okay, a bat, like a diseased bat has come near you, you now have like
Oh god, this
like
room, I forgot
a
about this.
week maybe. Give Crash a week.
You never know what's
and
around
then
the
he
corner.
dies.
She says, "Look, let me
Or
look
he
around
gets
the
like
corner."
diphtheria or something because his mom didn't vaccinate him because she didn't believe in it.
He didn't believe in facts.
He didn't believe in vaccinations. He was just like, it's government control or something dumb like that.
There's
and
a
then he
big
gets like,
thing in America about vaccinations right now, isn't there?
it's not
'Cause
huge.
I've
It's
been
just-
hearing about it on the Reddits.
It's not huge. It's a very small portion. But
I missed.
But
there
it's
are
a big,
people.
it's
a big
debate
deal
that's
because it
happening
affects
right now.
Yeah, it's a big debate because it affects herd immunity.
And
it's this
people
belief of
who
how
yeah.
much does freedom of choice, affect other communities? How much?
Yes.
What are the limits of freedom of choice, pretty much? Because to be honest with you, they shouldn't be allowed to refuse to have their children vaccinated.
it's just a public health concern.
Yeah,
There's
at that
nothing
point,
nothing
yeah.
else comes into it.
Yeah, that's it. You affect the herd immunity. Oh, I'm not part of the herd. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
It's like people who declare
motherfuckers.
themselves sovereign citizens.
They should get shot in the head. All of them. Just get shot in the head. Take a bullet for their own country that they are. Sovereign citizens.
Oh boy, it's
I'm a
civil
citizen of
allegiance.
Massachusetts. No, you're a citizen of the United States. You live in Massachusetts.
Like, sovereign citizens are hilarious, but, it's one of those things where you never know whether it's actually gonna become, like, a large movement. And once it becomes, like, a large movement, it's suddenly not funny.
I don't think it will be because there aren't enough people who would vote Ron Paul in for president. Or Rand
Yeah.
Paul, who doesn't believe in vaccinations.
I think, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh well.
I'm sure it wasn't important.
I'm sure it wasn't important either.
Why did that not take damage? I fucking hit him with a sword. Check
I
your
like
rates,
the
mate.
mini boss fights in this dungeon. They're cool.
I also like how it's technically in the same room, because it is technically the same room, but it's above.
Yeah.
Because obviously they've got this giant thing down here.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's pretty
cool.
cool. Damn, that's like an invisible lava barrier thing? Lava waterfall?
It's quite visible, if you ask me.
I think you can fall into it as well.
Oh, okay.
Without kind of just dying instantly. You just run around and go, ah, it hurts, it burns, ah.
Oh, like in Quake, okay.
Yes. Oh, I missed.
Like, I would feel like there's not enough enemies in this game that test just like your sword play in a pure sense.
Yes.
I really like the fights with the
Stalfos.
Iron Knuckles for that
Iron
purpose.
Knuckles and Stalfos, Jesus. They do lots of damage as well.
I would say this game does do exploration very, very well, and it is a lot of fun to watch.
Fishheads, the appeal of games like Diablo 2 is number one, playing it with your friends.
Yes, definitely.
And each character having a completely different play style, and all of you kind of working together and complementing one another.
It's also very relaxing. That can't be overstated.
Yeah. It's very addictive because of random loot. Because there are really sophisticated systems in place that generate loot for you, and it's really cool to get loot and look at it. And
that's too far.
Like, and there's a lot of the gameplay is based around just optimizing like what you're wearing in your inventory and getting new loot. And that's actually really enjoyable. I'm not sure if it's necessarily Skinner box, because I think there is some strategy in there. There's a lot of strategy and skill in there, and there's a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics. But on the other hand, there is also that Skinner box like addictive quality that it has.
One of the things that really annoyed me about Diablo 3 was when they were first kind of marketing the game, when they first released the trailers, they said they were going to go for like Zelda bosses. So there would be like puzzle bosses and stuff in the game, and you'd have to do certain things against certain bosses. And there was a lot more emphasis on how skills affected enemies. So for example, shielded enemies, you had to use particular skills that you had that would break shields, as an example, or that had impact to them. But they just did away with it eventually, so shields, you just keep wailing on them until they break.
Because they thought it was just too complex, or what?
Presumably, I'm not sure why they didn't do it in the end. But the idea was really good behind it. If you watch the first reveal trailer they had, they go into it quite a bit. But it didn't go anywhere.
I don't know.
And I think that's a real shame.
It's one of these things where it might sound good on paper, but they just couldn't get it to work in practice.
Maybe that's just it. But
I think MOBAs are the greatest waste of time ever developed for anything in it.
I agree.
It's just horrible. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about something completely different.
No, that's fine. Hating on MOBAs is fine.
that's okay in my book.
Yeah.
Like, I just want. I think MOBAs are part of a conspiracy where, like, you know, it's a vaccination conspiracy. Hear me out, because people who play MOBAs and get so good at it, they'll say out loud, "Motherfucker, I'm ill," and then like the vaccination police come in and say, "Sir, you're at risk of infecting others around you because you're so ill with your game."
Yeah.
And they give him a shot for chickenpox and he gets autism. This is true.
And because he's autistic, his brain is easier to control.
Exactly.
Right, by the Illuminatus.
No, it's MJ12.
Right, sorry.
Majestic 12. Fucking ass faggots, I lost a friend to them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
We all lost a friend to ass faggots at some point.
You really do lose friends to them. Like, people suddenly stop wanting to do anything other than play MOBAs.
And it's really dumb because I played MOBAs for a little bit and I thought this was a horrible game. This is really not fun. It's like I'm playing Warcraft 3 minus all the other things that Warcraft 3 had.
Go away. You're gonna run after me now, aren't you, you piece of shit?
You lost 4? Shit, that's awful.
It is awful. Join them, you have a full stack. Oh, that's
like
fucking
MOBAs
reset.
just
Great.
It's like even worse than an MMO though, because there's no complexity to it. It's just you running around picking up potions and artifacts and hitting things, and then breaking down towers. That's it.
Yeah, whatever. No, I want.
I think the issue is any genre of game where I have to have someone tell me which game in it is which. Like, if you show me a screen